Okay, today we are going to discuss about a whole new world. We're going to talk about why planning your future is necessary. We're going to discuss why you should quit your job. And finally, we will talk about financial security. So let's start. A whole new world. Business in future is going to be very different than today. It's going to be online. Attention of people goes online, and wherever attention goes, business can happen there. For example, people say journalism is going to die because papers and magazines are folding. This is insane. Yes, old platforms are in trouble, but that is the best thing that could ever happen because on regular platforms, companies earn huge revenue from the articles of the journalists and their talent is poorly paid. Readers are going online, which means journalists have to go online too. But going online is different than the job at which you scramble to earn a few bucks. Journalists should build online brand equity through their work and strengthen their online presence. I know it seems easy, but it's not. However, it's the future, and journalists who are going to recognize it are the ones who are going to survive. Now, the journalists who have good business skills are going to win big. However, the journalists who don't have such good business skills are not going to be left behind. They can do a partnership with business developer and build their brand as well. For example, 3 journalists and 1 business developer start their online platform and each one of them owns 25% of the business where they don't break news. Rather, they do provocative analysis. After 1 year of constant struggle with content and marketing, their platform will build enough cash flow that they can now expand their team and hire more journalists with zero business skills and ultimately grow their brand. Believe it or not, but that's how things are going to roll. Plan your future now. In this section, I would just say that you could have the best airplane in the world, best engine manufactured by the best company in the world, and the best pilot in the world. But if you haven't planned about your destination, you are in big trouble. Quit your job. No matter how much you love your job, you should aim to leave it in future because working for somebody else, you can never live truly to yourself and live your passion. Don't quit your job right away without a plan if you got a family to feed. Family always comes first. We have discussed that in our very first video. You can click in the top right corner and watch that. Anyway, if your answer is no to the following 3 questions, then you must go for building your own personal brand. Number 1, are you happy with your present job? Like really happy. You don't live for weekends and you don't wish on Monday that it should have been Friday. Number 2, do you work for a company that allows you to have a public persona, a Twitter account, a blog where you can publish the same work you do in the company with your personal public name on it and grow your personal brand? Some industries like law and finance won't allow this, but are you really this passionate about your job that you won't regret about the opportunities that you will miss inherent in social media after 15 to 20 years? Number 3, if you're not allowed to build your public persona during work hours, are you allowed to do so during your personal time? If you answer no to number 2 and 3, I don't care how happy you are now, you should find another place to work where you are allowed to build your personal brand, or you should start from scratch and build your personal brand. Initially, it might hurt you, but in long term, it will benefit you to the levels you can't imagine right now. If you keep doing that job and don't plan to leave it sooner, you'll be left behind in the game and your company will suffocate your talent, and your possible competition would be putting content out there and making a name for themselves. Financial security. Look, financial security is important, but if you love sneakers and shoes and you know about them and passionate about them more than anything in the world, you can make money talking about them. How? By your presence on internet. You can watch previous ECS 1 and 2 of this book in which I have explained in detail how to build your personal brand. Recently, Tara Swigger announced that she is quitting her job to devote herself entirely to an online platform where she is building a passionate community of fiber growers and artisans. She is clearly making a mark there and crushing it. If she can do it, why can't you? So these were the things that we have discussed from Crush It Chapter 4. The link of the book is in the description. You can buy it from there. Share this video if you want to change the world for the better. Subscribe to be an exception and hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss the next video.